Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Rarely do I put out 3 videos in a single day. I'm so glad I'm at home in my office watching this unfold so I can bring you the latest. We've got some incredible news. FTX going under, Binance swooped in to help, and now Binance is backing out of the deal. I wonder why. We're going to cover that in this video. This is breaking within the past half hour, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to follow this news closely. If you want to stay up on what's going on with FTX, Binance, and how this is unfolding, make certain that you subscribe to the channel. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what I'm focusing on right now in this current market. However, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is about to go below $16,000. Those of us that are bullish, this is incredible news long term. Ethereum may go under $1,000. That could be incredible for those of us that are bullish long-term on Ethereum. BNB's already under 300. Is it going to go below 250? We'll have to wait and see. Take a look at this news article. Why in the world did Binance back out of this FTX rescue? I almost wonder if CZ is playing chess right now with his competitors. I really wonder. I'll go over this short article and then I'll explain why. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm focusing on right now in this crazy market volatility. Binance backs out of FTX rescue, leaving the crypto exchange on the brink of collapse. That's what the headline says. Breaking 11 minutes ago. Binance is backing out of its plan to acquire FTX, the company said Wednesday. The reversal comes one day after Zhao, otherwise CZ, the CEO of Binance, after CZ announced that Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency firm, had reached a non-binding deal with Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX to buy the exchange's non-U.S. businesses for an undisclosed amount, rescuing the company from a liquidity crisis. The key here is non-binding. There were several people speculating on Twitter yesterday, is he going to back out? I almost wonder if he was planning to back out the moment he made the deal. So the question is, why would he have pretended like he was going to make this deal? And by the way, I don't know CZ. I'm not trying to say, I'm just speculating as a cryptocurrency enthusiast and commentator myself right now. But I just wonder, was he planning to back out the whole time? I'll show you why here in a moment. Earlier this year, FTX was valued at $32 billion by investors. $32 billion by private investors. This entire thing has unfolded and collapsed within 24 to 48 hours. I have an entire video where I just kind of went through step by step, explained how this whole thing has fell apart and how the CEO literally lost $10 billion within a 24-hour period. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it above so you can go ahead and take a look at it. Here's the company's full statement, that company being Binance, and why they're going to explain here why they're backing out of this deal. As a result of corporate due diligence, as well as the latest news reports regarding mishandled customer funds and alleged U.S. agency investigations, we have decided that we will not pursue the potential acquisitions of FTX.com. Man, ladies and gentlemen, talk about dropping the hammer when your competitor is down. That's crazy. He's saying it's not even worth owning your assets. It's not even worth having access to the digital assets. You understand, their number of customers would dramatically increase with them taking over FTX's business. And he said it's not even worth having access to your customers. Wow. The next paragraph went on. In the beginning, our hope was to be able to support FTX customers, to provide liquidity, but the issues are beyond our control or ability to help. Every time a major player in an industry fails, retail customers will suffer. We have seen over the last several years that the crypto ecosystem is becoming more resilient, and we believe in time that outliers that misuse user funds will be weeded out by the free market. As regulatory frameworks are developed and as the industry continues to evolve toward greater decentralization, the ecosystem will grow stronger. The story is developing. Please check back for updates. Okay. There's a lot to unpack in this statement, and I want to unpack this for you. I'm going to explain to you why I think CZ's playing a little bit of chess here. Listen, right now I'm thinking he's kind of the good guy in this scenario, but I don't fully trust what's being said, and I'll show you. In his own statement, he kind of shows his hand a little bit right here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. He drops a hint here that I don't know, he's a little bit disingenuous, maybe. You let me know what you think when I show you this here in a moment. And this is really helping me, really make my own decision about my personal investments. But first things first, the reason I think that he may not have ever meant to rescue FTX to begin with, maybe it was about creating news, creating FUD, claiming he was coming in, that was immediately going to sink them and basically make it far more difficult for anyone else to come in and help. As a result of corporate due diligence, as well as the latest news reports regarding mishandled customer funds. See, these news reports were out before he admitted to buying the company. We all suspected they're clearly gambling with customers' funds. In one of my previous videos, I showed you, in fact, the video where I chronicled, I went through an entire tweet thread that chronicled this whole process unraveling. One of the tweets that has now been deleted, Sam Bankman-Fried said, "Oh, customer funds are safe. We don't invest customer funds. We don't even invest customer funds in treasuries." Well, that tweet itself is already deleted. You couldn't be insolvent if you had all the customers' funds sitting there ready to pay out when they made withdrawals. So I feel like this is CZ being a little bit of a chess player here. And then right here, and alleged U.S. agency investigations. Now, maybe he found out how far along those investigations were. Maybe he found out why they were investigating FTX. But it was already alleged before he made the decision yesterday. It was already alleged that FTX was under investigation, meaning they were under investigation before yesterday. Before, they ran into a liquidity crisis yesterday. Before that happened, they were already under investigation. So he's given two reasons for backing out that were already strongly suspected. So I don't know. I feel like maybe he's playing a little bit of chess here because, let's face it, this was the number 2 competitor in the exchange industry. Now, why do I think he's being a little tiny bit disingenuous here? Right here. As regulatory frameworks are developed and the industry continues to evolve towards greater decentralization, this ecosystem will grow stronger. Yes, but Binance.com is not decentralized. I mean, that is by very definition a centralized exchange. I mean, I don't think CZ owns PancakeSwap, which is decentralized on the BNB Smart Chain. So when he acts like he's pro-decentralization, now I'm not saying he's not pro-crypto. I'm not going to say that. I mean, we haven't seen any actions that say he's not pro-crypto. Whereas Sam Bankman-Fried was for legislation that was bad for the individual investor and bad for the crypto industry. This has not been the case for CZ. However, when he says, as we move towards greater and greater decentralization, I just feel like, yeah, but decentralization would threaten your business model. It would threaten your wealth. It would threaten your fortune. At least that's the way that I see it. So I'm not certain how genuine you are here. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is just me trying to be objective as an investor. And I'm going to talk to you now a little bit about what I'm looking at. When I'm investing, I try not to be 100% positive or 100% negative. I try to be as objective as possible. Obviously, I'm biased for this industry. Obviously, I'm biased towards decentralization. Obviously, I'm long-term super bull when it comes to most crypto projects, or at least the major crypto projects like Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example. I'm a super bull long-term. However, you got to watch what's going on in this space. You got to be a little bit skeptical and try to make the best possible decision that you can. So for me personally right now, this is a time where I do two things. I reflect on my projects that I believe in, and I double down. And any project that I'm not certain about, I'm anxious about, I don't know, I thought I liked it, but when I see the market going down, maybe I don't like that project so much, I'll cut ties. And I know some people say don't sell in a down market. I absolutely will sell if there's a product or project that I'm not 100% sold on. I'll basically trim my portfolio a little bit, and I'll have a few less projects. But then I double down on the projects that I'm confident in. I mean, Bitcoin going down to 16,000. Look, we may see Bitcoin go below 10,000. I said that last year, and people said I was nuts. But based on the greater macroeconomics, plus this negative news, plus potential regulations that may be negative for the entire space, we may see way below 10,000. We may see $5,000 Bitcoin, but I promise you at 10,000, I'm a buyer. Guess what? At 15,000, I'm a buyer. And at 5,000, I'm still a buyer because long-term, I'm bullish when it comes to Bitcoin. Ethereum, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I'm going to do an entire video dedicated to Ethereum and let you know exactly what I'm bullish on Ethereum, why I'm bullish on it, and why I believe in it so much in the future. And if you want to watch that video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, click that bell notification icon, and click all. At the end of the day, there's two types of projects that I really like. And if I find a project that overlaps, then I love it even more. I like projects that I believe are the cornerstone for the future crypto. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'll just use those two for example. They're probably not going anywhere, and they are probably the cornerstone of the industry. The entire market may sink, but if there's anything that's going to continue to rise, it's probably going to be Bitcoin, and it's probably going to be Ethereum. And there's some other projects as well that I like. I like projects with real businesses that are already producing real income, and they distribute that income to token holders, meaning they're earning a real yield, and they're able to give that real yield to token holders like myself. And I love when that yield is in Bitcoin, or that real yield is in Ethereum, or real yield is in BNB, or some other, USDT even. I love that. In fact, I've got a video with 6 different projects that are producing real yield in the cryptocurrency space. I'll go ahead and link that video on the end screen so you can take a look at it. But ladies and gentlemen, be careful out there. Remember, crypto is crazy right now. True decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. Right now, we're watching the results of an overly centralized cryptocurrency market. I'll leave that video for you on the end screen. Go ahead and watch it now. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.